Okay, welcome again. So let's get started. This class, I call it as a applied astrology because will be in the school syllabus. I'll be teaching how the astrology has to be applied in a more practical and realistic way, and especially focusing on predictive astrology. But the first part is the basics. So we will go with the basics. Before we get there, just a introduction about me. Some of you might know, some of them, a majority of them may not know me. I'm a IT professional, work in the program management in one of the leading software IT domain companies in USA. I'm based out in California Bay Area. Education-wise, formal education-wise, I'm MBA in systems and finance, and I also hold a PhD in astrology. Astrology is my passion, so yeah, that's how I started. And I have more than 25 years experience in occult sciences. First, I started learning palmistry, then I learned numerology, then I learned astrology, then Vastu, and handwriting analysis. So these are the five things I've learned on the occult in the occult sciences domain. Okay. Just about me, what are the recent or predictions I made? A lot of predictions I made. I'm just listing a few of them. We all might have seen Chandrayaan 3 landing. So I predicted whether it will be successfully landed or not. So that was one of the prediction. Then next one is the FIFA World Cup winner, who will win the FIFA World Cup. Then in US, Super Bowl is so popular, right? So out of 4 predictions, I made 3 predictions. Um, who will be the winner for Super Bowl? And mainly during the COVID times, right? When we were all struggling in this COVID vaccine, so I predicted when we will get the vaccine on in March itself, that we will get the vaccine only in September, after September 2020. Then I also predicted the Omicron, the variant of uh, coronavirus in April 2021 itself, with precise date when that variant is going to come. Um, so on April 21st, 2021 itself, I predicted when we will get the variant of COVID, November 2021. That was the first case it got registered, right? And during that time, people were very much worried about the stock market, right? And then I predicted when the stock market will improve on March 2020 itself, 13th March itself. When it will improve. When I made this prediction, nobody believed it. What are you talking? We are in a deep trouble right now in the pandemic. How the stock market will improve? I'll show this next slide. This is a slide of yeah, this is Dow Jones, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and this is the date from 10th onwards. See the upward trend, and this is the BSE index, and see the upward trend. Both the predictions I made on the same day. Okay, so this is all about me. So now we will see what will be covered in the fundamentals of astrology syllabus. Okay. So in the fundamentals, we will cover what is astronomy, universe, astrology, zodiac signs, the Kalatatvas of those signs, elliptical cycle, the Navagrahas, okay, and the 5 elements, the Panchabhutas. Okay. I mean, basically the Panchabhutas, how the Panchabhutas are related to astrology. Okay. And then the 12 houses, 12 bhavas, and North Indian style, and what is North Indian style, what is South Indian style, what is Western style. I will teach about that. Then again, 12 bhavas with reference to the individual significance, karakatva, and again related to Panchabhutas. Okay. And the grahas, the lordships, aspects, exaltation, debilitation, Mula Trikona, all that. And there are different types of astrology. What are different types of jyotisham? Then I will tell you the casting of horoscope. Here now with so many apps and so many software is available, so I'm not going to teach you the manual way of casting the horoscope. Usually this takes about like 2 hours process. In those days, people used to do, but nowadays nobody is using it. Everybody, we all use software. And by the way, let me tell you, astrology is one of the earliest adopters of computers. When computers were invented, astrology was the one of the field early days itself. It adopted the computers, the software. Then how to read the horoscope, okay, and the Bhava chart or Chalit chart. What is it? What is the Bhava chart and all that, and the various dasha systems. So after you finish this course, this slide, the free course, right? You will be able to, the moment you see the horoscope, whether it is North Indian style or South Indian style, it won't be no longer a Greek and Latin to you. You will be able to read the horoscope and you will be able to do the basic predictions of the horoscope. So now if you look at the horoscope, right, the Jataka, right, you may not understand, right? A lot of in some houses there will be more than 1 or 2 planets, 3 planets. Some houses all will be empty, right? Yes or no? Please unmute yourself and then you can respond.
Yeah,
First of
that's
all, we
right.
don't know what are the houses are.
Correct. But when you look at the horoscope, you see empty boxes, and you see in some boxes some
Yeah,
planets will be sitting, right?
that's
And you
right.
don't
Yeah.
know, right? So now after you finish this, the fundamentals, you will be able to read, analyze, and predict using that. Okay, that is only basic level of prediction I will be teaching. Okay, you might think that itself is enough. What is there more to it, right? I will tell you. These are the other things. How to interpret the transits, Gochara. So the Gocharam is what all the current planetary movements, right? So for example, you might see a lot of TV channels and YouTube. Every astrologer will come and talk about uh, Saturn transit, Guru transit, all that, right? So how those things will affect. Then the method, the prime method I will be teaching you is the stellar Nadi astrology. How to use this method to accurately predict in the predictive astrology. Very simple method and very accurate. You will, at the end of the 6 months course, your accuracy level will be like around 70%. When you do the 50, when you do this basics, your accuracy level will be less than 50%. Okay, so this is one of the method, very accurate. The more you practice, you can go more than 80%, 85%, or 90% also. It all depends on how much practice you do. Then the DNA astrology, this is another new method that is getting popular in Tamil Nadu. So about that. Then now the predictive part. How to predict education, right? Which field one will choose, how the education overall will be, right? Whether the native, the boy or a girl, whether there will be a topper or like average student, below average student, or will not even study at all. No, all that. Career, profession. This is what everybody comes, right? Everybody is worried about the career, profession, right? What type of profession, the ups and downs, or layoffs, promotions, everything we will be covering. Again, in business also, when there will be business losses, when there will be business, rise, anything related to profession, we will cover. Marriage, nowadays it has become a big challenge, right? People are not getting married, and even if some people are married, there are a lot of divorce cases has increased and all that, right? Anything related to marriage, that is what we will be covering here. Then the childbirth, we are seeing, like, especially nowadays in India, you see so much of the infertility centers. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there were only like one or two. At least I'm from Chennai. In Chennai, there were like only a handful of them. But now every road has one center, right? So how to detect those type of childbirth issues, and is there a way remedy to overcome any of these issues, right? That one. Then properties, right? People, when they will buy a own house, buying a property is a dream, right, for many people, especially for the middle class people, right? All that. Then litigation, some people might get into litigation issues, court cases, right? So for example, right now we have our newest person, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, in jail, right? Those type of issues, when they will come out of jail, when they will get the bail, will they win or lose, all that, right? So these, then uh, traveling. Now, a lot of people, we are in US, right? There are a lot of people traveling, right? Whether they will go to foreign countries, whether they will settle down there, green card, permanent residency, right? Whether they will get a citizenship and settle, or they will come back, all anything related to travel, that we will be doing it. Then the medical astrology. This is health, right? What issues we may get, health issues, what issues we will get, when we will get, whether they will get resolved, all that, anything related to medical astrology. Then the longevity, how long, how many years a native will be living. Then the horoscope matching. Then finally the remedies, right? That is where like a lot of people come for during consultation. They come, okay, that what is the remedy? Is there a remedy? What can we do? Oh, right? The remedy alone, session alone, will be, I will be teaching like for two sessions. Once we go to this predictive part with the paid course, each session will be 2 hours. Okay. The initial fundamental is only 1 hour per week. Once we go to this one, it will be 2 hours per week, right? So like that, I will be talking about remedies alone for 4 hours of in the session, right? Then Prashna astrology, Prashna or Horore, right? Prasannam, Tamil they call, right? Then again in Prasannam, Prashna astrology, I will be teaching 3 different methods totally. 2 traditional methods and 1 stellar method, how to use the Prashna astrology, Horore astrology. Just to give a background, people who do not have horoscope or do not know their birth time, right, date of birth or birth details, how to give the prediction, how to analyze it, right? So that is where this we will be using this Prashna astrology. Then birth time rectification. We all think, right, the time, whatever the people are giving is correct time. 90% of the time it is not. So we have to fix the time. Fix the time in meaning you have to analyze the past events and then arrive at the accurate birth time. That is called birth time rectification. So I'll be teaching you that, how to do it. And then finally the muhurtam, right? So how to select an auspicious time for any activity that you want to do. Somebody wants to do a career change. I want to join a new job or a new company, right? Is it a good time? Some people might come and ask, okay, I'm going to undergo a surgery. Please give me an auspicious time. Right? A lot of people just go by the blindly, go by the day, like, based on the tithi, right? Panchami, Dasami, like that, or avoid Ashtami, Navami, like that. But that is only like a very generic one, right? But we have to go in deep, right? That is what this Muhurtam is all about. So all these things will be covered in the 6 months, or I mean, after the post fundamentals, that will be the paid version of the full version. Okay. Any questions so far? No. Okay. Okay. Right. Good. Good. So now let's talk about
Do we,
jyotish.
sorry,
Yeah.
do we
Go ahead,
have to
please.
write down notes, or will there be something that we can refer to after the class?
Uh, so for the paid one, I will be recording all the sessions. I would
Okay,
strongly recommend to take notes.
okay, okay.
Okay, I will be providing you the recording link. That will stay. Okay, but writing is better so that it gets registered in our mind. At least that's what I did when I was learning. Okay. Okay. So Jyotisha. So before we go to Jyotisha astrology, what is astronomy? Please unmute and then speak.
Study of planets and heavenly bodies.
Yeah, study of planets and heavenly bodies. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Right? So then what is astrology or jyotish?
The study of the impact of those planets on humans.
Humans. Impact of those on humans. Okay. Good. Anybody else?
It is the calculation of the, you see, a particular star in relation to astronomy. It is the calculation of the exact calculation of a star
Mm-hmm.
or a
Okay.
particular planet.
Okay. Okay. Good.
The effect of astronomy on the nature in is astrology. Is it like
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. All are correct answers, by the way. Okay. So basically, in a simple term, what I would put is astrology is nothing but astronomy plus logic. What is that logic? Astronomy is like Satish mentioned, right? It is the study of the celestial bodies in the universe, right? So there are the bodies, they are revolving around sun, and then each has a certain size, a certain period of time it takes to orbit the sun and all that, right? And the calculation, somebody mentioned the calculation of those bodies, right? Those planets, the calculation today is in 50 degree, tomorrow it will be 60 degrees or 51 degrees or whatever it is, those calculations, right? That is all about astronomy. What I mean by logic is, like somebody mentioned, the impact. What is that impact? Impact is that is positively or negatively influencing the human behavior. See, we are all human, we are all born, right? Positively or negatively, these objects influence our human behavior. How does it happen? Basically, it changes our thought process, right? Say today, I've shared this thing to so many people. So many people have joined, but there are only like 16 people have come to the class, right? So something told you to first sign up to this course and make sure that you are attending the course, right? So something is influencing your mind. That influence is coming from these bodies. So how that influence is coming? When is it? Why it didn't come like 1 year ago? Or maybe for past 1 year, how many of you were thinking about learning astrology? How many of you were thinking about learning astrology for the past whatever? Can we just tell anybody?
Yeah. I've been considering for some time now.
Like 1 year, 2 years, 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months to a year. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 months to a year, right? And others? Someone
Yeah,
else?
I was thinking since last 10-15 years.
Right?
Yeah, me too.
See the
I
difference. Yeah, go ahead.
I just started trying to believe it. But some things, I mean, my family believes it. So whatever the one person told about my son's jyotisha, it is really happening. Then I got into positive way of consider as a believe it.
Okay.
That's why I'm taking this class.
Okay. So, yeah. See, for each person has something, right? For you, it's an event. Some astrologer has predicted about your child. Then you started believing. For some people, like 15 years, 10, 15 years, they've been thinking, but it didn't happen. For somebody, it is like a 6 months, 1 year, right? So this is what we all think. Everything is in our control. We are working towards it. We are only managing it, right? If you think back and close your eyes and sit back and think, right? It is not. Something else is driving us, right? So these planets are the ones. So these logic, what I mean by logic is this analysis, logical analysis, how these planets are positioned in a certain places. If they are positioned in certain places, how they are behaving. The same planet is being placed in a different position, it will behave differently. Why I'm saying it will behave differently, it is not it. It influences that particular native to behave differently. Okay. Let me repeat. So when I say something, the planet, you will see like a lot of astrology, everybody say, oh, Shani is doing you this, or Rahu is doing this for you, right? It is not. Basically, it is influencing you to do it. Or it is influencing your external factors so that you get to that situation. Okay, so for example, somebody incurs a business loss, or somebody gets is getting laid off, right? He may be working fine. He is a very sincere worker, sincere employee, but the organization, company decides, okay, our strategy is changing. We no longer need this business vertical. This happens in US all the time. They completely eliminate the entire vertical, right? As an employee, I didn't do anything wrong. I have been doing whatever I've been asked to do, right? But your external factors change. How that external factor gets changed is what all these planets cause, right? That is the logic I mean. The logic is basically logical analysis and interpretations, okay? So simple word, astrology, astronomy plus logic. Astrology. So in predictive astrology, right, I was talking about, right now somebody is getting laid off and things like that, whatever, it happens to every event. Someone gets married like within a week's notice. You must have seen this many times, right? People, the boy, the groom will come from US, and then he will see, and then some girl, right? They will select, and the marriage will happen like in 10 days. So all that. So basically, first is the calculations that we have to do. Calculations are nothing but taking the planetary positions in the universe, right? Whatever we are seeing in the universe, take those planetary positions, that is calculations, right? Again, based on the place where you were born. Then you do the analysis, analyze first based on the planetary positions, calculations, analyze first. Then you apply your logic and reasoning abilities. Okay. Then you arrive at the predictions. Clear? Any questions?
I have a specific question about it. So when we have all these three, so before doing any predictions, we should have analysis, calculation, logic, reasoning. Uh, don't we should also consider the validation part as well, that whether we are going on right direction?
Correct. Correct. Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. That is what, like I was talking about, if you remember, the birth time rectification, right? So first
Yeah.
we have to validate the past events.
Mm.
See, when you do this prediction, you do prediction on your past event also, right? You do your past event prediction first and then confirm you are going in the right path. That is why if you go to any astrologer, they will ask a lot of questions, right? Some people ask how to identify a good astrologer. What do you think? What do you guys think?
When his predictions come true, we can identify that he's a good astrologer.
Okay.
So in my case, actually, I would think, actually, I haven't gone to many astrologers, but my first criteria would be, actually, he should first tell me about something about my past life, which is significant and which should be accurate. Then actually I can believe, yeah, so this person can predict and he can guide me well.
Correct. So both are right, right? What Mangai and Raj. I would first, any good astrologer, the moment you give your birth details and if he starts predicting the future, in my opinion, is not good. First, you have to confirm with the past events, like Raj said, right? So we'll be asking a lot of questions, right? Yes or no, yes or no. This has happened, whether they did this, some X thing happened, Y thing happened, all that. So some people think that, oh, this astrologer, you are supposed to tell, not we should tell, right? But the thing is, there we are trying to confirm your time, whatever you have provided is correct. B, there are, like, when we go through the methods, you will know, there are humpty number of methods available in astrology. Okay, so we have to think which type of method or which type of calculation is working for them, right? So then based on that only, we can go with the future predictions. Then you will be confident, even to the astrologer and to the client, both will be confident, yes, this is going to happen, this is what will happen, whether good or bad, it doesn't matter, right? We are predicting an event, whether good or both, has the same equal weightage. Any other questions?
But I have seen some people, some astrologers that are able to predict the past very accurately, but the future doesn't hold the same value.
Yeah, I don't know. I cannot comment, Mangai. But the thing is, it all depends on what are all that's what I'm saying, right? That are various methods are there, how you are using and to the prediction. Okay.
So it depends on the logic and reasoning.
Yeah, logic and reasoning. See, right, at the end of the day, let me tell you, everybody is a human being, right? So we have set of rules that needs to be followed, while doing that logic and reasoning, doing the prediction, correct? And there are exceptions also. All right. So it is very complex. And in that complex calculations and predictions, every human being can make mistakes. That includes me as well. Okay. Right?
My astrologist, I mean, in India, my family sent it to somewhere to about for my kids. That he told everything about my family, my kids, what their life in the past, how it's going now, what will happen in the future. I was, I thought he was sneaking my family and looking at how does he know everything. I felt like this is like a magic he was telling me. I couldn't believe it. Everything he told what happened in the past and what is happening now, and he told about the future also. But it's kind of surprise, like I don't know how this is. Still, it's a to me, it's like a magic he did to us.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, right. So now let us in our India, we call jyotish, right? Okay, we'll come to that later. So this Jyotisha Shastra, Vedic astrology, it is first developed by sage Bhrigu Maharshi. And then later, it has been popularized. It was advanced by sage Parashara. So this is what the famous book Parashara Horashastra. So if you look at, I would say 95% of the astrologers follow Parashara method. Okay, Parashara Horashastra. And then if we just want to go back to the history, how old this Jyotisha Shastra itself, right? One proof I just believe or take is from the Ramayana. In Ramayana, in the original Ramayana, there are slokas have been written about the Ram's birth. Basically, the Lord Ram's birth chart has been written in the slokas. That is there. And every critical event, when the war happened, all that are available in the Ramayana in the form of slokas. And so this is our scriptures tree. Okay, you can see basically Shruti and Smruti. Under Smruti, it has further divisions. Under Vedangana, Jyotisha Shastra is one of them. The moment now you are here, you are part of this tree. You see here, yoga is here. Then you see Ayurveda is here as one of the Upavedas. Okay. So various Jyotisha types, right? Bhrigu, that's what Bhrigu is the first rishi he wrote, and then that is called as Bhrigu Nadi, and then Parashara method is called Parashari. Then Jaimini. Jaimini is another rishi. He further advanced what Bhrigu and Parashari did. Another Jaimini Sutras is called. Okay. Then Lal Kitab is another method. Then Nadi astrology. Again, under Nadi, there is Bhrigunandi Nadi, is there, Naga Nadi, Chandrakala Nadi. There are many Nadi astrology methods are there in the Nadi itself. Okay. Then in Tamil Nadu, you will see the Nadi astrology they call. It is based on a palm leaf, right? It is written by the Rishi Agastya. So there will be a palm leaf. It will be written. You have to go and give your thumb impression. That's it. And then they will pull the palm leaf and then they will talk about your past and the future. This is just like a very 30,000 feet level of type of Jyotisha Shastras. Okay. And now you come to the modern Jyotisha Shastras, Vedic astrology. So we have stellar, stellar astrology. Under stellar astrology, there are different types. Stellar Nadi method. This is the method I will be teaching. And KP Krishnamurti Paddhati. Then under KP, actually, this is not SP Kullar, I think. Okay, SP Kullar. SP Kullar Kaspal interlinks KB Bhaskara interlinks. These both are related, looks very similar. Okay. And then this is Gurumurti Paddhati. He is the direct disciple of Professor Krishnamurti. Okay. Then DNA astrology, this is also then a modern new method. Apart from that, we have Greek astrology, we have Western astrology, and we have Chinese astrology. Have you heard of all these? Anybody has heard of all these names in the past?
No.
From a common man from outside, we all think it's astrology is only one, right? But within that, there are so many different methods and types out there. Ultimately, the end goal of all these types is to analyze the horoscope and understand what is happening in one's life. Okay. So this slide I will come back to later. This today will be over. Okay. So we were talking about, if you have noticed, I might have introduced, using the word Jyotisha and astrology interchangeably, and then Jyotisha, right? Can somebody tell what is Jyotisha?
How we
Prediction?
Jatakam, the behavior we do is by Jatakam, right?
Mm-hmm,
How we, whatever we do, that happens to us like accident or good deed, bad deed, everything comes under
correct.
Jatakam.
That is, you are talking about the prediction, right? So maybe my question was not correct.
Qualities. The qualities?
Yeah.
No.
Traits, the qualities.
Calculations of predictions. Okay. Yeah. So you're all talking about, I think my question is wrong. So sorry. Sorry. So in Sanskritam, right? In Sanskrit, we call it as Jyotisha Shastra, right? Only in English, we call about astrology, right? So why there is a difference? Astrology, I gave an explanation. Astrology is astronomy, plus you put the logic and reasoning and all. That is one part of it, right? What does Jyotisha mean? In Sanskritam, Jyotisha means study of light. Our whole, this Shastra, Jyotisha Shastra, is about study of light. Okay. So the light, where does the light emerge? In the solar system?
Starts with the sun.
Sun, right? So the light, I think I'm talking about the next slide. Yeah. Okay. So the light emerges from sun and all these planets, right? So we have the planets, right? The planets, sun is called Ravi, Surya, right? Moon, Mars, Mangal, Chavai, Kuja, right? I've given all the names in every, right? In Sanskrit, we call it, people refer it as a Surya, right? And in Telugu, people, they write it as a Ravi, right? And then Tamil people, they like a Surya. So Chandra, right? Moon, Chandra, Mangal, Chavai, Kuja, right? Mars, Mercury, Buddha, right? Jupiter. All these planets, all these things, they get the source of energy from sun, right? So these Jyotisha means it is study of light. How is that light going from sun to these planets Okay. And then these planets will reflect on us. That is the Jyotisha Shastra. And when it reflects on us, it all behaves differently. It behaves differently in the mean. What I mean is it influences our behavior differently. It is the same sun. It is the same Saturn, right? The same sun, the same Saturn will behave differently to me, and it will behave differently to Amit, Deepa, Mangai. I'm just reading out the names in the Zoom. It won't. But if you look at from astronomical point of view, it is the same planet. Sun is not changing its rays daily to me and to Amit and to Deepa. It is the same rays sun is sending. Correct? But when it comes to us, it is different. Are you understanding?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is why we call it as a Jyotisha Shastra, study of light. It's all about light. Okay. Okay. So I'll come to this. Okay. So before we go to the planets, I just want to cover this portion. So when you look at the universe, it is 360 degrees. So these 360 degree, it's called as zodiac in English. Okay. So this 360 degrees has been divided into 12 rasis. Basically, one Rashi is nothing but a 30-degree space. So 12 Rasis, 360 degrees. So 360 divided by 12, you get 30. Each Rasi occupies 30 degrees. Okay. And this is fixed. This is fixed. This is not going to change. Mesham Aries is the first sign, that is 0 to 29.59 degrees. Okay, just if I want to convert in a metric, I will say 29.99 degrees. Okay. Or it's for simplicity, you can say 0 to 30 degrees is Mesham. Always. Okay. Taurus Vrishabham is next to 30 degrees, 30 to 60. Mithunam, Gemini is 90 degrees, 60 to 90. Karkata, Cancer, 120. Simha, Leo is 150. Kanya, Virgo, it's 180. Tulam, Libra, 270. Vrishchikam or Scorpio, 240. Dhanushu, Sagittarius, 270. I mean, I'm just telling you the ending degree. Okay, 241 to 270. Makaram, Capricorn, 300 degrees. Kumbham, Aquarius, 330 degrees. Meenam, Pisces is 360 degrees. So this is fixed. Nobody can change this. Okay. The only moving object are the planets. Those rasis are fixed. There are apps available on your mobile phone. I use one app. I think it's called, let me see, Solar Light or Starlight or something. Well, yeah, Skyview Light, sorry. Skyview Light. That's an app. Okay, you can install it on your phone. You just take the phone and then you just put it in the sky. It will show you these signs. And if any planet is there in that sign, it will also point out. It gives like other celestial bodies. It gives the information of other satellites that we have sent, all that. Okay, just for your curiosity, you can just see at least the signs. It will show. So signs or zodiac, the Rashi is nothing but a space allocated virtually on the sky. And this is fixed. Is it clear?
Yes, there is a question on where does 0 start?
Where does
0, like, when you say 0 to 30, where exactly would that 0 be?
Actually, the reference point for these degrees, whether it is sun or what is the reference point to calculate these degrees?
Okay. Okay. So that reference point is already fixed. Okay. So when you use this software, that starting point, that starting degree will come to the reference point. And okay. So this reference point is already fixed. That's what I'm saying. It is not going to change. How the reference point is fixed to that point, that we will talk about later in the sessions. Okay. But this reference point, the starting is fixed. Say, for example, like today is April 13th for us in US. In India, it is 14, right? So Tamil people, they're celebrating their New Year. Why? Is there any significance?
Sun enters Mesham.
Correct. Sun enters Mesham. So that 0 degree, this 0 degree is fixed. Sun is moving from Meenam to Aries. Sun is entering the 0 degree of Aries today. That is why Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. That is why Tamilians celebrate as the New Year. The year is based on the 12 zodiac signs, 12 months. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay, good. So now let's talk about planets, Grahas. So we have started talking about Surya, Chandra, Mangal, Buddha, Brihaspati, that is Guru, Jupiter, Shukra, Venus, Shani, Saturn, right? 7 degrees, 7 planets. Then we call these are the only grahas physically exist in our solar system, okay, in the universe. We call something called Chaya Graha. Chaya Graha means Chaya means shadow. Okay. This does not exist. Rahu, in English, it is called as North Node, and Ketu, South Node. These 2 grahas, they do not exist physically like our 7 planets. But they play a vital role in Jyotish Shastra. That is why they are referencing using this Rahu and Ketu. In Western astrology, they do not use Rahu and Ketu. But nowadays, new Western astrologers started using Rahu and Ketu. That is why they named it as North Node and South Node. They started using it. Earlier, Western astrology, there was no Rahu and Ketu. It was there only in our Vedic astrology, Indian astrology. But Western astrologers, they use Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But now, scientific world has said Pluto is not a planet, right? So all along we studied in our school 9 planets that included Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But now the new generation, our kids in school, they will not be studying Pluto as the planet. Okay. So I'll come to this point 1 minute. Okay. So now you see Graha and planet, right? We call it as Navagrahas, correct? These 7 planets, 7 Grahas, and then these 2 Chaya Grahas. And in English, we call it as the planet. Are both same or different?
It's not same because Surya, Chandra are not Graha according to Western this thing, right?
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
What is the question again? It's
Is
not clear.
Graha and planet same or different?
Yeah, not the same.
Okay. What is the difference?
I think same.
Same.
So planets refer to which body is actually going around the sun, like in solar system. Grahas in astrology refers to bodies that we can see from Earth.
Okay. Okay. Good answer. Anybody? Anything else?
I think everything whatever we see on except our Earth, everything is called as celestial bodies, right? So that is everything is Graha according to Vedic science.
Okay. I mean, if different, I need the answer. I need how or why it is different. It's fine. Whatever you think, just share. I like more interactive session. Okay. So everybody or majority of the people have said they are not the same, correct? They are not equal. But that is here is where we have to think from a Sanskrit point of view. Okay. So planet, what does planet mean? Like somebody mentioned a celestial body object in the solar system revolving around sun, right? At a fixed orbit, right? At the fixed size and at the fixed rotation. Then it is called a planet. But in Sanskritam, we don't call planet, right? We call it as a graha. So what is graha mean? Graha means it has its own characteristics. Sorry. Okay. It has its own characteristics. It absorbs and it emits differently. It has some say on it, right? Again, going back to the word jyotisha. What is jyotisha? Jyotisha is study of light. So these grahas get the light from sun, add their own, like if we call in a corporate and taxes language, value added services, right? Or VAT. So these grahas add those value added services and then emits the light differently. So it has its own characteristics. And of course, along with that, it also rotates around the sun at the fixed interval, at the fixed speed, right? Everything that is same. So Graha is more than a planet. It has its own characteristics. That is why it is different. That is why it behaves differently. The same sunlight goes to moon, right? Goes to Mercury, goes to Venus. I mean, I'm just taking these three examples. These are closer to Earth also, right? And Sun. They are to behave differently. And take our friend Mars. They behave differently because each of these planets have their own characteristics. And that light, what that light it takes and it gives back or emits is different. So that is why Graha is the most apt word. But in English, if you take any English conversation or in any English books, we all write it as planet.
So why is Earth not included in the Grahas?
Okay, good question. You will. I'll just hold on to that. Your question next 2 slides.
I believe we refer as Earth.
Exactly. We are in Earth. Okay, we are in Earth. So that is not counted.
Okay.
And personally, I do not use these 3 planets. There are a lot of Indian astrologers nowadays. They are using these 3 planets, but I do not. I go with the traditional these 7 planets plus Rahu Ketu. These Navagrahas itself are giving me all the results, desired results. For me, there is no need. I will talk about these planets more scientifically in the future sessions, the reason behind it, why it is not included and why I do not consider it. I did not consider it also. Okay. We will cover it in one of the sessions. I don't want to overload everything on the day one. Okay. So what we have studied all along in our science books and what we see is Sun, right? And these are all the planets. Sun, Mercury, Venus, and you have Earth, then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. They all revolve around Sun. This is called heliocentric model. Okay, this is what the science is talking about. This is what we see. There is no question about that. There is no dispute on that. But when it comes to Jyotisha or astrology, what we do is we take geocentric solar system. That is, we put the Earth in the center. We see these grahas from Earth. From Earth's perspective, we are seeing. And these objects move. If you look at it, Sun is the classic example. Sun does not move. Sun is in the fixed place. But since we are looking from Earth, Sun is moving. Today we are celebrating, Tamilians are celebrating New Year. Why? Sun is moving to Aries. Actually, Sun is not moving. It gives the illusion or it gives the perception that Sun is moving just because we are seeing from Earth. Clear? That is the reason Earth is not counted when we are talking about the Navagrahas. And all the planets move from west to east, or basically in the anti-clockwise direction, actually. Okay. Any questions so far?
So these 7 grahas, they move from, they are the ones that are moving anti-clockwise.
Correct.
I was under the impression they move clockwise and Rahu Ketu moves anti-clockwise.
No. Okay. We will come to it
Okay.
later.
Okay.
If I'm just talking about pure science perspective, okay, the planets are moving in a west to east, anti-clockwise. Okay, Rahu Ketu moves oppositely. If you are considering all planets are moving anti-clockwise, Rahu Ketu will move in clockwise. If you take all planets moving clockwise, then Rahu Ketu moves in the anti-clockwise. Okay. So we all take, we'll come to, that's what I'm saying. We'll go step by step. Okay. Even we are talking about each and every aspect, I will tell you about. But I just wanted to make sure that this concept, I mean, you understand the reality. If somebody talks about, oh, as far as you say clockwise, but actually all the planets move from west to east, you will be stumped, you will be bold, clean bold. Then you should know how to respond to those types of questions. Why anti-clockwise? That is how the solar system is, Salman. I'm talking about the actual planets in the solar system moves in the anti-clockwise only. You go to NASA website, right? And then if you look at it, the planets all will be in the opposite direction. Okay. I think Rahu Ketu I will do from next class. Is it clear?
Yeah, actually, I'm still trying to digest.
I know.
Because the thing is that the more I think that, see, I'm thinking in scientific way itself. I know that NASA would also say the same thing, whatever you are saying. But in reality, when I think that we see sun is rising on the east, right? That means our Earth is moving toward east, right? In that way, and sun comes from east and goes in west. In that case, if sun is going in that direction, that means it is east to west. Then how come we are saying that is west to east?
Actual sun is not rising in the east.
Yeah, it's not rising. So our Earth is moving,
So
right?
actually, if you look at scientifically, sun is rising in the west because of the Earth's rotation also, right? Earth is also rotating, right? The Earth also rotates by itself, right? Along with it is orbiting sun, right? So in this orbit, this will give the illusion. Okay. As far as our astrology is concerned, it really doesn't matter whether the planets are moving in a clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Our predictions are going to be same. I will tell you how we are interpreting it.
Okay.
Okay. So let me go to this slide, then you will understand. Okay. You take this slide. See here, it is clockwise, correct? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and all, right? Aries 2, it is in a clockwise direction. We have mentioned represented in a clockwise direction. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. So whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, the moment we say in our fixed mind, we are saying we are going to represent the zodiac in this order. Okay. When you look at the universe, when you do the ephemeris, it will say sun is in Aries. Okay. Then you will put the sun in here. Right? Say if Saturn, so Saturn is in which Rashi now? Saturn is in Capricorn, correct? No, not Capricorn, Aquarius. Saturn is in Aquarius today. So you will write Saturn here. If it is otherwise opposite direction, your Aries will be here. Okay, so Aries will be here. So Pisces, Aquarius. This will be your Aquarius. So then you will write Sun here. Then here you will write Saturn. It's only the representation, how we look at it and how we interpret it. Clear?
Yeah.
Right? Actual position is this, because it's in the anti-clockwise direction. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, all that will come. This is Pisces, right? So then you will put the Sun and then Saturn here. But if you want to do the clockwise interpretation, you will put the Sun here and then Saturn here. What, at the end of the day, what matters is Sun is in Aries, Saturn is in Aquarius. How you write, it doesn't matter. That is your convenience.
Yeah, but when we'll go further in prediction, when the transition, we need to think about transition. That time
Correct.
it matters, right?
No, that time also it will be the same thing, right? You do the same way. That time what you will do, say for example, somebody was born like 10 years ago, okay, right? So 10 years ago means Saturn would have been somewhere here. Right? Saturn, this is what, Scorpio. And today Saturn is in Aquarius. So what you will do, at the time of the birth, Saturn was in Scorpio. Today, when we are interpreting, when we are looking at the transit, today Saturn is in Aquarius. That is the two factors you have to make a note of it. How the chart is written, it's immaterial. That is only for our understanding. Sorry? Sorry, come again. I didn't get it.
I'm sorry, I was not on mute. I almost forgot to join. I just joined the call. So sorry.
Okay, we are about to wrap up.
Oops.
Okay. Is it clear, Raj?
Yeah.
It will take some time. That's okay. Don't worry about. Don't think too much about this anti-clockwise and clockwise. I just wanted to explain. You might get into all these arguments or discussions, right? People who believe astrology, don't believe astrology, science, and all that. Basically, the thing is, the answer is what at least I'm trying to teach to my students is everything is considered here. Whatever the scientific world people are talking about is considered. And we do much more than that. Okay. Any questions, doubts so far?
One point, when we analyze the chart with respect to the Vedic system, we generally calculate the houses from 1 to 12 in the anti-clockwise. Is it for the same reference? You say it is anti-clockwise?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? So, yeah. And I think, is the same time good for everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Then I will send the recurring meeting link. I'll post it in our WhatsApp group, and I'll add it to the description as well. the group description as well. So that way, it is there. And I have enabled the sending messages in the group. I had stopped it because there are a lot of people were coming and then spamming and things like that. That's the reason I had disabled it. So now I have enabled it back. If you guys have any further questions, anything related to astrology, please feel free to post your question. I will respond to it, or we will talk about in the next class. Okay.
Thank you. So if we miss any class because of something, will the recording be available so we can see later and catch up?
Okay, I see. Yeah, I've not thought, I'm recording it, but I have not thought about where to store and all that, right? Because this is like a free class only. Let me think about it, but I would encourage you to, all of you, to join the class. Okay.
How many weeks is it?
So this fundamental class will be for 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay.
6 weeks. Then after that, now whoever wants to continue the full course, that will be the paid version. Then once you pay the fees, then the class will continue. That whole total duration is 6 months. Free and the actual prediction, that syllabus, right? I will share that PDF file, the syllabus portion, in the group, so that you can refer what I'm talking about.
What is the fee structure for the paid version?
Okay, for that one, I don't know how much I charged last time. Let me post it. I will post it in the group. Okay, or I will tell you in the next class.
I know this is the. It's not about the class, but I've seen a lot of people are predicting this whole next coming years is very bad for the whole world. A lot of wars we are going to see, and US is going to very badly impact all countries will impact the financials, right? So financials is a very big thing. So it's about peak is in 27, 28. I don't know, it will go till some 2030. I don't know, some transition is happening. I don't know what about that, but can you at least next time at least give your thoughts on this, at least 10, 15, maybe 5, 10 minutes?
Okay. Yeah. So you are talking about mundane astrology. Mundane astrology is a different, it's a complex subject by itself. Okay. I have not done any analysis or prediction on the mundane astrology. Even in fact, one of my first batch student, she also pinged me, and then she said exactly the same thing. Some people are predicting a lot of earthquakes and things like that. All that. It's a complex subject by itself. I need to spend a good amount of time to do that analysis, and before I arrive at the prediction. I've not done that.
But it's a prediction, right? So I don't know which astrology, doesn't matter, but it's a prediction, right?
Correct.
You could also do the prediction about the world, how it's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, see, how I do is Viresham, right?
Yeah.
Sorry
to cut you, but I live in Fremont, closer to you.
Sorry?
I live in Fremont, closer to you.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the thing is, right, like I was mentioning, mundane is a complex subject by itself. My style, my way is, if there is a strong issue that people are facing and all, that is the time I open up and then do the prediction and see what is happening. My goal is to see how to help people, right? How to help the society. In fact, my PhD thesis is about on detecting cancer disease using astrology. By looking at the horoscope, I will be able to predict if a native will get cancer or not. I think from a society point of view and then do it. So you are the second person telling me that some people are doing it and all. So then let me think about it. Let me look at it. That's
Because
what. If you look at my predictions,
not
one
only
minute.
astrology. Sorry
No,
to cut you.
1 minute, Vijay.
Yeah.
Right. So if you look at my thing, what I did, during the COVID, right, when people were thinking about, oh, we are in a deep pandemic, when are we going to get the vaccine and all that, right? That's the time I jumped in and then I did the prediction, and it is accurate. So I go by the strong need, then I should feel it that I should do a prediction. Then only I will jump into the mundane astrology predictions. And last year, somebody asked me, one of the realtors in Bay Area, he asked me, can you predict the Bay Area market, real estate market? Somebody. So then I did the prediction. I made a prediction, like in 2022, I made the prediction that how the real estate market is going to be in specific to Bay Area. That I said from August 2023 on, October 23 onwards, it will pick up. And you will see the upward trend from July 23 onwards.
Got it.
People who are in Bay Area, you can go and check the real estate market, how it is, right? So there has to be like some strong
specific,
need for it, right? If there is no strong need or strong urge, then I don't go into. Why should I waste my time? Yeah, sorry, you were telling something else.
No, I think not only astrologers, but also there are a lot of enlightened people also giving this kind of indication. It's like end of the Kali Yuga. We are transitioning to different Yuga, all those things, right? So it's like humanity as a whole will face a lot of issues, right? So during this period, so that's what I'm interested in.
I think it's strong needed right now. Too much wars going in the world. I am predicting it can be a third world war. So just like, imaginationary, I'm sure you can predict. You can do this one as your homework. What will happen to this world? Are we going to get third world war? All this Iran and right now Israel is going to fight, right? So one after one, it's happening now. So it will turn into third world war. So it's a good time for you to do this prediction. I guarantee that everybody will look into it. Appreciate it.
Let me give one incident happened at my home. Okay, so I was just working on the laptop and doing something, and then my wife asked the same thing. She was seeing some prediction, some video, and Saturn and Mars conjunction, something like that. She was saying, "What is it happening?" I told her, for the next 1.5 months, there will be fire accidents or wars or anything related to fire will be there. Natural calamities will be there.
Yeah.
Okay. I said that. Then immediately, this news came that where is that East Coast, right? That ship hit the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And ship hit the bridge. You look at a ship hit the bridge, but what is the root cause? The root cause, it lost power, current, fire. It's all related. So that is what it is, right? Whether we like it or not, these planets have their say, it will happen. If the world war has to happen, it will happen. It is a reset. Let me tell you, like exactly 4 years ago, we were in deep pandemic, right? Everybody was worried and everybody became so philosophic, philanthropic, all that.
Correct.
Right? What happened today? Everybody is back to square one.
Yeah.
Everyone, not everyone, like majority of the people have gone back to square one. They are doing what they were doing before pandemic. No lessons learned.
Lot of people changed. Pandemic taught so many lessons to most of the people. I'm sure they changed a lot. Not everybody square one.
They have gone back. But anyways, so again, what I mean is it is a reset. right? Nature will do a reset, which we may like, we may not like. Okay. So like if you talk in a stock market language, there is a correction will happen every few years. The market will go down, correction, and then it will come back. Same
So
thing.
when is, sir, sorry, sir, when is the next correction, sir?
So, so that, that's not my job, right? The correction has to happen, it will happen, right? People, they want specific thing. Like, for example, let me give you another incident happened. During 2021, some astrologer, some Western astrologer,
He's just giving base.
some of the Western astrologer predicted that the stock market is going to crash something,
Yeah.
Okay, in 2021, one lady, she is a millionaire, okay? She has put all her retirement funds in the stock market. She came running to me for an urgent appointment to do a stock prediction. That is one of my other USP. Okay, I do stock predictions.
Huh?
Then she asked me, Prasad, tell me what is happening. Somebody is saying, I'm very much worried. Okay, fine. Let me do the prediction. I did the prediction. I told her, don't worry about your savings and everything. Stock market will not crash. Don't worry about it. Then the history is there. She is very happy. Otherwise, she would have. She was about to sell her stocks. Because see, there are two things, right? You knowingly or unknowingly creating a panic.
Yeah.
Right. So not everybody will take at the same level. So that's why I don't do all those types of predictions unless there is a strong need. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but the last question, sir, that I think that's okay, sir. But at the serious question, serious note, right? So I've been told or read something. The Parashara Maharshi written this one, the original, right? But there is a curse by Parvati Mata that only 70% will be correct, 30% will never be, 100. It's this predictions 100% won't be, right. Only 70%. So that means 30%. Even though if anybody is a good astrologer, whatever it is, but 30% may not, right? So in that case, right? So if 30% is not working, so if the major events an astrologer cannot predict in one's life, so it's a so what is the use of all those things? This is the question.
Okay.
Because the astrology should help human life, positive, be positive. If any adults are going to come, at least you prepare for that, right?
No. Okay. You asked a simple question, but it's a lengthy answer.
Yeah, but you can.
Yeah, I will answer it. I will answer it. Okay. See, you have to first understand what is our life and karma.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all are born with our own karma, prarabdha karma and sanchita karma.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, you have to release your karma.
Yeah.
That part we will be able to predict. In my opinion, that is 80%.
Okay.
Okay. In my opinion. Okay. So 80% will be able to predict. And there is remaining 20%, that is our free will.
Yeah.
What we want to do. Okay. That is using that free will, that 20% room, you can partly change your present karma, present life, or put a foundation to your next life, next janma.
God.
Okay. So that 20%, what you are going to do, what type of opportunities, that is why astrologers, we may tell, okay, you may get this opportunity, but whether are you going to utilize that opportunity or not, that depends upon you. Okay. So that is why you can never see astrologer predicting 100% because there is something called free will.
Yeah.
So maximum, in my opinion, we can predict 80% or 85%. Okay. My prediction when I go do the readings and all, I touch easily 80%. But again, I ask people, you come to me with the number one problem. Don't come with the 10 problems. That means they are not serious.
Makes sense, yeah.
You come with one serious problem, we will do the best and that prediction will work. Okay. So you have to understand about the karma.
Yeah.
Then only you will be able to see, right? When you once you understand the karma, then all these natural calamities and everything you will understand. Let me give an example. A lot of people are here, right? You would have seen, I don't know how many of you are in here in US in 2001 when 9/11 attack happened.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I was here. I mean, I just moved out of New York, New Jersey in August. Okay.
Yeah.
But I had my friends, people working or in New York City and all that. There are people who missed the train. Normally they take, which goes to WTC.
Correct.
And there are people who got into the train.
Mm.
Normally they don't take train or they travel, then, they died. So that karma overrules everything.
Yeah.
We think we are controlling our life, we are controlling our future. Everything is controlled there. Karma, 80%. Only 20% you have the opportunity to change. That is what you have to decide what you want to do.
Mm.
Whether you want to take the astrology as a guidance to do what to do, or you can just use your own intelligence and then experience and your mentors or personality development, or whatever it is, right? Then you can do that. That doesn't matter.
It makes sense now, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, right. Thank you. We will catch up next week. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.